Greetings, terrestrials. This is a stupid and quick energy update. So this is wherever I am is Galactic Central. So we're like watching Pi, which is this like amazing movie, and obviously they shoot a lot. Like in the home nearby, they keep shooting each other with guns and torturing each other and stuff like that. So that I have the natural inclination to run there, but I don't because I'm not a terrestrial. And then they start to program them. As you all know, I'm not gonna repeat it anymore. You know, I just wanted to let you all know that I've discovered what we are one means to you all. So what you've turned it into is apparently when humanoids fornicate, they include their pets. So say like the chick will put like some liquid or some like, I don't know, paste, I don't know what, on their vagina or like their body, and have a dog or a cat or whatever animal they choose lick it. And simultaneously, another humanoid will be masturbating the animal, and so they see their cum face, which is like extremely funny to me, because for me to actually have like, you know, when I was the like dima thing after the extraterrestrial fornication, I had to fake it a lot, you know, to be long, because I was medicated to believe I wasn't who I am. And I only used to kind of like fake it. Like I used to see how they do it on TV and like mimic them, like I don't feel this way. I just learned how to do it to get rid of the guy quickly, because then I, at that level in my procedural evolution, I had comprehended that what turns a man on would be to feel so powerful over like a female, like, oh my god, I can make her. And you know, I used to give it to them, like I used to play like, oh my god, and they used to believe it. So now after detention and everything, they'll come to me, they'll say, oh, I miss whatever, do you want me, like, because I used to make them believe like, oh my god, I'm so into it. They'll come to my like say whatever, like wherever I am, they're like, what do you want me to do, put my dick through you? I'm like, no. You. They're like, what do you mean, don't you miss me? I'm like, no. They're like, what do you mean, don't you miss how you used to, I fantasize about it all the time? I'm like, no. You know, they don't know I used to fake it. So now I don't need to fake it, because I don't give a fucking flying fuck. Because why would I? I don't need to fake it. I don't need to prove anything anymore to the FBI or the CIA or any cop agency. I've already done it. I don't need to fake it for any human ever again, for any reason or whatsoever. So as a result, I never have to do anything that I don't want to do. But for me to imagine that these humanoids gather around like animals, and then they see the animals like cum face, that is disgusting. But that explains a lot. So the animals, when I'm like, say, in a communal situation or whatever, they'll be like, the animal will start to like ignore me, like, I'm too good for you, meow. You know, like, and they won't even look at me. And like when they're like sex partners, like say they go somewhere and then they come back, the cat will like run to the door and be like, meow, like, you know what I mean? Like their hormones will get all disturbed, and they'll be like all so neutral. They'll be like, meow, like they know I'm not one of them. Even the animals know. They know. And they fear and respect me more than the humanoids. Because the humanoids, they did a clusterfuck of like, ah, like laughing at me. But if it comes to the reality of things, like say one night, like in the middle of the woods, a humanoid comes to intercept me, and like one look, he'll understand and run. They will never ever play me, like, because they know in the moment that like they won't have like Hardaba to make a joke about me, or like Mayo, or like, you know, one of these people. So by the fact they don't, then they shift up behavior, and they can't play that card around me when it's my glory. That's why they don't book a session. They go like, oh, they hack me with the cops to avoid, you know, contact. I like, they prefer to like, laugh at me like, with hardaba. And then like play pretend, like if I go to one of their minions, like whatever, like everything they had Shaye by a teacher, he came out and stuff like that, and he didn't transform into Shafiq. So suddenly it started to cry. They all start to cry, the minions, because they have a belief system that in the case they don't transform to Shafiq, I'm gonna die, be cut up, and be their troll in their house. So they're like mixed up with emotions of like extreme joy because that minion will be like that guy who has that MO, who really wants that in his life, to be like that town hero that finally finished me for the town, to have hardaba nigara yes like the molaho mayo oye karen khazan dima tabrawi dina khuri la la la, whatever these people are. They're like so happy about it. Like everybody like starts to cry to them. Like, yeah, I had like 17 terrestrial ugly babies that all eat my vaginas and something like that. And they all suck my husband's cock and all my husband's friends' cocks. And all these kids like they start to run after me like fucking freakers. I was like, ah. And then now their moms learn. They're like, come here. Like those, like she's not gonna give you face like this. Like this to me. You have pretty hair. I'd be like, oh, thank you. You know, what am I gonna say? I just continue, you know, or I talk to them like, you know, what I know to have been the purpose of the species, like, which is not what they're doing. So that is never gonna change, and you know, eventually it is gonna become constitutional America. You will never be able to divert it, no matter how many hacks you have, fake reports, yada yada yada, whatever. Now Rolf got so offended because I told him that like Charleston police came to my like tent area saying that I stole the wood, when in fact he's a carpenter for eons at his hotel. He's like, I've never stolen anything, like all I ever do is work really hard, and that was like they have like billions of these things they import. He knows exactly what they do with that. They just like recycle it, throw it. He just carried a whole bunch of wood. I don't know what they do with it. You know, they carried like I don't know how many like pieces of wood under my tent on the south end for me to place. I tried to make a terrace, but I need like more wood on top, so I couldn't, because like there's like it's like a boat thingy, like a rado. So there's no possible way I could keep that. I'm gonna break my chevy if I have that around me. So I undid it. I had Kevon undo it, you know, for me, because that day I couldn't carry anymore, and I had to do a fight against spiders all night long. But so maybe they put a snake in it or spiders. Like, I don't know what they've done, but I think this cop came by, and Caron started to tell it that like, oh my god, it's its own battery, because then it's dead. It's dead by the battery for me, but it sucks. It does it every goddamn day. Every time he goes to the bank to give me $100, it's sucking his dick at like Wells Fargo or Mayo Hardaba. So they're all angry, and he's angry because he wants me to suck his dick, but he's understood that I'm never gonna suck a dick. It's not gonna happen. Now they're starting to process and implement and understand the situation, and all of them are so angry on the south end, so angry, and on the north end, that I'm no longer that person, and I never ever will fake it to make it I'm happy about being like Hardaba's little losers ever again. So by the fact that they start to back each other up, like, oh, I so understand him. It's like, what do you keep doing? What? Like, you've stolen my shit, you fed me poisoned food, you've lied to me for years, you've tortured my family in a room nearby, and now you're like feeling, and you've killed my dad, you've deprived me of having a father, you've lied to me, and now you're lying about me with your son to cops, pretending that what you bought from me was bought with your son. Funny thing that is, and then he took a bunch of like garbage bags from Seabrook of Hilton Head, like white and blue ones. He gives them to me in my tent, and I throw my trash in them, you know, like whatever's recycled, whatever's not. And sometimes I mix it up because, you know, I got really offended by the fact that Mayo apparently did the story with Hardaba Nigaraye to steal some bags and whatever, so that when I throw garbage, they say that is their garbage that I stole at my tent. Like that I go catch their garbage from somewhere, from a garbage and bring it back to my tent. What the fuck? They keep taking my garbage out, and they see my tampons and everything, and then they mark everything that I ever buy. Like if there's a box of like a product, they'll say that it was their product, their box, and that I stole the product. Because they print the digital product, you know, all the stores, they print for them a receipt behind the scenes, behind my back, because everybody wants me to fuck or die, because everybody wants me to be part of like the one. But that's not oneness energies. I mean, okay, that's the tree of life. yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he said, and then the spiders, and there's like snakes and ladders. Like, it's for real. Like, this to me was like, oh, let's learn the game. But like, to these people, this is the reality of things. And if you don't know it, you're a retard. It's like, no, excuse me, what I know is way beyond that. And I will not reduce myself to trying to make that my reality because I did and it didn't work. So now you have to shift up the system. 911 has to shift because I've realized that Homeland Security is pretty hopeless because they come at the far end of the 911. So Homeland Security, I don't believe, is going to ever be able to secure me or USCIS. They are weak. So my initial issue is what they told me. Homeland Security and USCIS, they're like, ma'am, you have a problem with cops, not with us. Your problem is the cops, not us. They're like, we have nothing to do with you. We'd be glad to help you. You know, go to the concert. But every time I go, they start to play again. I go and I enter. They start to fuck here, there, and the other. You know, boom, boom, shoot, shoot, shoot. And then they can just attack me there. I'm not going to really go. It's not going to happen. You know, like I'm under cameras. It's true, but they are the ones lying about it. And then they'll intercept my IMEs. Maybe I should try and see what happens. It'll be fun. Because back in the time when I used to go there and sit like in shelter room, like just like talk to them, they used to bring me paper and make them like write things. But like I wrote like erroneous reports back in those days. I hadn't done the work. Now that I've done the work, there's no such thing anymore. And I've considered sending them a folder of my situation. However, when I did try to send them letters, they rebuked them all. Connor rebuked it. Aaron rebuked it. You know, they never got it. So I don't even know how to reach them. And, you know, except if you go to whatever, like their Buford situation, like the courthouse or something. You know, maybe I should do that. Like reprint perhaps. Just for information's sake for them to stop doing that game. Because I'm never going to terrestrialize. And even the pets understand that now. The cat ignores me at first. Like the fish and the cat used to be like so sad. Like the fish would just look at me like, and then look at the door like, go there. Because apparently they fuck with the fish too. They sit in water. They bring the fish next to their vagina, or they're like cockies. And then they put something for the fish on the cocky. They get horny. And then I don't know how they masturbate the fish. The fish starts to orgasm. It's disturbing. And then apparently these fishies, they'll cut them, make sardines out of it to feed the rest of the people. So that all the people be programmed that these other people are their owners. Like, we are your masters. It's so cabal. And then they took everything out of like my truth. And then they're pretending that they're so not cabal because they have the duplication of personality. Like say in the daytime, Adon will be like the patrol officer of like Amber. He'll forbid it to drink and stuff like that. But at night, they all fuck together. They all do the same drugs. They drink pee, they drink shit. I don't know what they do. Shoot themselves up with some bullshit. La 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 la. Bing, they go to the like seeing red reality and then they start to like chalk it, boo 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 boo. And then they wake up schizophrenic the next day. Oh, they present like I am our mother's Buford County Sheriff Officer. Leave a message. You know, and it's like, ooh, leave a message. Sure. And then if I talk to them like American, then they start to make fake copyrights. Oh, it thinks that Roby is actually Lucifer because they send people here. Like Mayo, Hardaba, like, I don't even know, Carol, Amber, they all have the same plan. They come here, they start to call it, like their minion, the name of the guy behind the scenes over there. To pretend they have other problems, to pretend that was me in the end. If, by any case, one day say I ran to the door to fuck someone, but I just told them, and they don't believe me. They think I'm a liar like them because when they say yes, it means no, it means no. When I tell you I'm not gonna fuck, it means I'm not gonna fuck. It doesn't mean like I'll go convince your other friend that if he does that, I will fuck. No. It's no means no. I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. So now that you know, make appropriate new plans. It's not that difficult. Thank you.